Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing another installment of my Zodiac makeup tutorial series, and today, if you couldn't have guessed by the colors I used, we are doing Aquarius. I want this look to be really kind of light and blended out and glittery, so let's get started. To start out, I am taking this Makeup Geek shadow. It's kind of a peachy color. It's a little bit more yellow than my skin tone, and I am laying this down with a fluffy brush as my transition shade. Now, I watched Miss Jaclyn Hill's blending video, and I feel like I was quite educated, so you will probably see me go back and forth and start blending in little circular motions. Look at me being a beauty guru. So I am trying to learn and become better at makeup, so this is my first shot at this technique, so don't come for me. So now I'm just laying down Neptune. This is another Makeup Geek shadow. It's kind of a cobalt blue. As you guys can see, the color payoff is not really there, but that's a little bit on purpose and a little bit based on this matte blue formula. I'm just kind of sketching out where I want the crease to be to make sure this blue doesn't get too crazy, because if you've ever worked with blue eyeshadow, you know it can get real bad real quick. So I am just kind of laying this all out and giving myself the general shape I want. And then we'll go back in and, build up the color as I'm doing here, really starting to make that definition come out, make it really dark. I have not found a cobalt blue shadow that really blows me away. All the ones I have found are really chalky, and it's a shame because I really love this color. I think it's beautiful and intense, and it can really do something for the eyes, but I just haven't found a good enough one yet that really sends me over the moon. So if you have suggestions, leave them down below for me. I am more than happy to check them out on my journey to find the perfect blue eyeshadow. So now I'm going in with Azure. This is from MUA Cosmetics, and I'm using this with a fluffy brush just to blend out the edges on this cobalt blue and make everything nice and cohesive. I usually don't blend colors like this, but I kind of like the gradient effect it gave me, and it definitely gave that kind of seashore vibe where it's like the water is very dark and gets lighter as it comes toward the, not the surface, the shore, like towards the sand. So that is what I'm doing here. I'm just using a fluffy angled brush to kind of blend it all out. Now going in with Breakfast at Tiffany's from NYX, I am just going to, that is not the name of this color. That is the color it looks like. The color of this shadow is called The Next Morning. So I guess that's why I thought it was Breakfast at Tiffany's. But it is a Tiffany blue shade, and I'm just packing that onto the outer V of my eyelids with a MAC brush. I do not know the color, but this color also came off very kind of chalky. I don't know if it was my base or I was just having a bad shadow day. Maybe I need to go in and clean them all. I'm not really sure, but just pack that on the outer third. And then for the inner half of my lid, I am using the same brush in the color Aquadesiac from MAC, which is a shimmery, kind of foiled, kind of glittery shadow from them. I don't know if they still make it, but really any sort of turquoisey, shimmery eyeshadow is perfect for this look. I think it kind of gives that reflective water effect. But yeah, any kind of turquoisey shade will really do for you. And now going in with a fluffy brush, I am just blending out those edges along the lid and the crease. There's no product on this brush at all. This is just a Morphe blending brush, and I'm just going in and making sure everything is smooth and nice and cohesive and getting rid of any kind of fallout we have. I don't have a big brush to brush away all the fallout, but maybe that will be my next makeup purchase. But going in on the inner corner, I am just placing a little bit of a shimmery nude shadow. This is Shimma Shimma from Makeup Geek with a liner brush, and then just really pressing it in with my fingers just to make it all blended and smooth. Now going in with a duochrome shade. This is called Phantom from Makeup Geek, and it has a little bit of a purpley reflect. I'm just going to highlight the brow bone with this. You guys can really see under the lights the duochrome between the white and purple, and I'm just using my Delium blending brush This also helps blend out the other shade that we used before, that azure kind of pretty blue shade. So I'm just blending this very lightly over the top. And then for eyeliner today, I'm going to be using glitter. So taking a little bit of the Too Faced glitter glue, I'm just going to align my eyes with this. And the glitter I am using is called Prism. It is like, it has a different texture. It's like those long kind of stick glitters rather than the actual little, like, you know, pixie dust kind of glitter that we're used to. I thought it just gave this look a little bit more dimension and a little texture and fun, but it is a pain to work with just because it is so big. It lays down really nicely, but when it gets on you, it gets on everything. This was so messy. They fall off, they get in your eyelashes, you can like blink them off. It is not a great situation, but I made do and I thought it looked super pretty. So through movie magic, I did my base and threw on my lashes and mascara. Now I'm just putting on some blush. This is a Makeup Geek blush called Soulmate. Kind of has a little bit of a purpley undertone that I thought kind of went with the duochrome, but it's one of my favorite blushes to use, especially on pale skin with like a cool undertone, just because it warms everything up without making it look too orangey. And then taking my bronze booster from Physicians Formula and my big fluffy brush from Real Techniques, I'm going to blend this all over the parts of my face that would be sunny and bronze from being at the beach. If you guys can't tell, I am yearning for some warm weather. I also highly recommend getting a brush like this, or like this brush in particular, because it blends everything. Your contour, your brightening, your blush, everything is like so smooth if you just run this over your face one time. It's amazing. So now taking this really light blue from Makeup Revolution's Mermaids Forever palette, I am just blending this into the bottom lash line. This is a pencil brush, so you want something kind of pointy and small. And I'm really making sure to kind of smoke this all out underneath so that it's not too intense, but also not so close to the lid that you miss it when you look at this look altogether. So yeah, just taking a little like detail brush like this really helps me get underneath. And then with that brush that I used before to blend everything out, I'm just going to kind of blend the edges out. And now going in with this purple shade from MAC. I cannot remember the name of it. It is like super old, but it is like a grape purple. I am just taking a angled brush and I am putting this right up against the lash line. This is just going to redefine the eyes, and we're not going to really blend this out at all. We're just going to use it kind of as a normal liner. So going into the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit in Aurora, I'm using Orion, which is the blue, and the purple one, that name escapes me. But I am just using this as my highlight on my cheeks and the high points, so basically like the tip of my nose, just to really accentuate that and lift it upwards. And I put a little bit on my chin as well, just to kind of bring everything forward and go with that really bronzy glow that I had in the kind of middle of this video. Yeah, I feel like I look super pale in this whole video. But I set everything with some rose water, and then for the lips, I am using MAC's At Your Leisure. I'm pretty sure this is from their holiday collection, not their Patrick Star holiday collection. But that is it, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you check out my other videos and subscribe on your way out. Bye!